guys. Okay. Third time trying to do this because I am... You know what? I don't know what's wrong with me today. Stuff. Lots of stuff. All the stuff. I'm not even dressed. These are my jammies. Aren't they cute? They're really comfy. I've already done some work today. I forgot to even film anything yesterday because I was doing lots of work and because I suck. Today I finished off a project, so for my one company I've already got on the bill $136. The other company that I did work for all day yesterday and did like 60 minutes, 67 minutes. Anyway, I've only got like $38 worth with them. It's a bit hard because like for them their audio is really terrible quality, but during the downtime when I don't have anything from my normal client, then it's at least something, and it's better than a lot of places. Like the last place that I tried that only paid like 30 cents a minute. And I'm kind of wondering that if I get good scores off of these guys consistently, will I be able to get one of their editing jobs, which would be really awesome. I'm not sure how you do that, but that would be really cool, because editing jobs typically do pay more, and their format is actually, like, once you get used to it, it's pretty, yeah, it's pretty just, like, low maintenance, which is nice. So yeah, that's a thing. So there you go. Let's see, what else? Horsey noises. Heather asked about, when I was doing my, spinning, and I know, I'm really sorry it wasn't very well lit, and I answered it in comments, but still, this, if I can get to some better lighting, this, are you a help? There's some sunlight. There. So this is what the ball of yarn looks like. That's 2-ply. It's just undyed gray Shetland. It's not quite as dark as it looks. It's pretty dark. It's also really fat. Like, to show you, like, this strand is very fat. I don't have small lady fingers, and it's pretty fat. So this is one ball. I don't know how many yards this is even. And just so that you guys can have a better look now, I'll show you. This is my drop spindle. This is the shaft, and it's rounded on the bottom so that when you drop it on the floor, as you get better, or into a spinning bowl, which is literally a bowl, for using with a drop spindle so that it doesn't just drop on the floor and potentially ruin your floor. Then yeah, and then this is the top. This is a top whirl spindle. That's just a teacup hook. These are actually hand turned by a company in Cincinnati called the Fiber Artist Supply Company. So they make these. This is the 10-inch spindle. They also make Swifts and Nitty Knotties, both of which are used just for making skeins, or winding skeins, I should say. I don't need a Swift, I'm not fancy enough, and I didn't feel like I needed a Nitty Knotty, because they have chairs. But, yeah, so far I've only been able to make that really, really fat yarn. This is a really nice spindle though, I really enjoy it. It's got a very good balance to it, which is what keeps it spinning nicely and makes it easier to work with. It doesn't wobble, it's less annoying. I suppose if you're more advanced, you could spin with a less balanced, more artisan-made spindle. This is just, maple, hand turned. It's very nice. It's very, very nice. And I really like it because it's got a good weight to it, so you could really, whack somebody with it really good if you had to. Especially once you get some yarn on there, because when I was spinning that up, like, it got heavy really fast, and I was like, whoa, this is chunky. Anyway, so I'm probably going to take my fiber and my spindle with me tonight and spin in public, because that's not terrifying. Because, what you really want to do with something you've just learned how to do is do it in front of people who actually make money off of it for a living. You know what I mean? Like, an actual good chunk of their living is from being awesome with fiber. Yeah, that's what I want to do. But the thing is, if I do get good at it, it's, it is a potential for a money maker of a sort. It's something. So, there you have it. Something neat. So yeah. Yeah, what else? Nothing really. This weekend, I went over to my cousin's, and we watched The Walking Dead, and we played some WoW, and ate way too many chips. And Sunday was yes, no, what's today? Today is Tuesday. I may have lost a day. I may have actually not filmed for 2 days. What? I don't know. I'm confused. What did I do on Sunday? Sunday I did my Rush project. Did some other stuff for that other company. I'm gonna put some clothes on now and probably see if I can pick up a small project from them, although all their projects seem to be quite large at the minute, which is a bit obnoxious. We'll say this about the new company. It's so funny, because there's an in-house set of forums, and this shouldn't break the NDA, because, it's their forums, but I think it's a general gripe about most companies who have forums. And theirs don't seem to be very moderated, so it's just really weird because, like, somebody went in and had, like, a bitch and a moan about people taking loads of projects, like, more than one project, and then was all like, yeah, you should only be able to take one. And then she was like, I usually take 2 from, like, if I know it's from the same client and stuff. And it's like, so you just admitted to doing the thing that you don't think people should be able to do. And you've bitched about it. And said that people should get fired for that. But it seems like an okay company. Yeah. I mean, it's all job log based. So, like, that's really handy to just have the pool of work sitting there. Although I can already see how there's a problem with their system because, like, they have some files that are really terrible audio. And nobody's taking them. Because they're like 2-hour-long files. It's interesting that because it's a lot of Australian, and a lot of British. Because obviously where the accents can be quite difficult, where most transcribers, like from the sort of companies and countries that are doing the outsourcing at the moment, they're trained and used to sort of a North American accent, so like a Canadian accent, an American accent, maybe, Southern American accents, maybe even like Latin American accents on English speakers, but it can be very, very difficult. Like, I'm finding so many of these files are being labeled like accent, can't deal with, and it's just like, it's just Australian, so it doesn't bother me most of the time. Sometimes it's like, wow, the hell, you've been speaking English. And then I'm like, oh no, they're using a crazy Aussie word. I don't know how to spell that. Oh well, phonetic. But, it's a thing. I don't know. It's a weird industry. I haven't worked on my course in ages. I am so screwed up over this because I'm looking around and, like, I'm thinking for as much work as actual medical transcription is, like actual reports and shit, and how I've never actually gotten a chance to work in an office environment, so I don't necessarily know if I would be up to scratch to do all those reports and things. It's difficult. Although, I mean, to be fair, it shouldn't be that bad. Like, I've done the training, I just need to get back into it. And I need to, it's annoying because it's like, I need to put aside work that could get me some money to do this shit. And it's hard to find the motivation to do that because while I'm looking around in the medical transcription field, it is hard to break into, and I'm not sure if my general and media transcription experience will help with that. It's kind of difficult as well because, like, I'm definitely finding that the experience from the medical training is, from the medical transcription training side of it, is helping because, you know, occasionally, like, even today, it was sort of like a research thing that I was doing. So already having that terminology in my mind, already understanding the cadence and things like that, totally fine. You know, and there's been a few times where it's like, it's not necessarily been necessary for the project, but, like, I know it's definitely the fact that I already knew these things sped it up a lot. The fact that, you know, if it was something that wasn't in their terminology or wasn't easily Googleable, because it was just a kind of an abstract term, I might be able to find it in my medical dictionary, which I already own, or maybe it was just a bit quicker because my network was running a bit slow, because that happens. But yeah, mind you, that said, Google is an amazing resource because I know there's been times, like even in my course, when it's like, I need to understand what this is. And even my medical dictionary, it's just a little medical dictionary, so it's not like amazing. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling. I think it's hard, and I'm in a bit of a hard spot right now because I'm really genuinely looking around, and the kind of places that I could afford to move into, you know, if I work really, 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 really hardcore all the time, you know, if I'm pulling basically 8-hour days, 7 days a week, currently, I might be able to do it. But then it's hard because, like, that's unreasonable. I know I'll burn myself out, and then I'll be completely fucked. And the other thing is, like, I could get in somewhere and I could afford my basic expenses, but then, you know, I've got to be honest and I've got to look at how affordable is it, like, if something happens with the dog, and can I even afford to take the dog with me? And I think that's what's killing me right now, is that unless I can find something that pays significantly more, or if I can get on with better companies, or if I can just be offered, it's hard when you're looking at self-employment because of that, because there's no consistency. And trying to get in with companies that are a bit more consistent is difficult because a lot of them won't even so much as answer your emails, which is like, really there, buddy. And a lot of them are for the pay as well. Like, demanding a level that they're not paying for. And it's like, you know what, if you were paying your transcribers, you know, 70 cents a minute to start off with, like the company that I've started working for, you know, I did a few things for them at like 60 cents a minute audio, but like that's, do you know what I mean? That is, once you get good, you know, it can translate into livable. But when you consider a lot of the companies, what they're paying you for, like this one company that I'm doing a little bit of work for, 50 cents a minute, and for their easier bits of audio, yeah, I'll crack on with it, but unless it's a short piece, or the audio is really crisp and I just happen to crack onto it really quickly, it's like, no, that's not worth my time. But then it is worth my time because at the same point, it's like, well, what else would I be doing right now? Maybe watching things on YouTube, maybe trying to get some studying done, but to what end? You know, it's hard. It's, you know what, it's breaking into a new industry just to try and break into any industry, because right now I'm at the point where I realize I don't have any training. I'm nearly 30. I haven't gotten any work experience because finding any work when you have any form of physical disability is really, really hard because people act, and rightly so, like you're gonna get in there and you're gonna take advantage of their company, because the unfortunate fact is that a lot of people have over the years gotten in and then used it as a crutch to not do their work correctly. And I know that's not a very popular opinion. I know probably, God, I can even see it. Like if Chris sees this video where he's very like defending of the weak, and that's, you know, that's a great view to have. But you know what? Sometimes people are not as weak as they seem. And I have known way too many people who do take advantage of their disabilities over the years. And I can see why automatically companies are wary, you know, because they're encouraged to have so many, but then it's like, what am I paying you for? And it's like, I'm very much of the mind of hire me. If it takes me longer to do the work, that's fine. Pay me less. Pay me for the hours you think it should take. I don't care. Just hire me. Give me that chance. I might take a little bit longer to learn, but I will be more motivated than any of the rest of your frickin' workforce. I will bust my ass to do everything I can. And I'm just not getting that opportunity. And it pisses me off. Maybe that's what's wrong with me today. Is that I'm clearly incapable of this kind of work, you know, and I'm getting faster and faster and faster every day. You know, I'm learning more tricks and tips every day. My quality is getting better every day, but it kills me because, like, I just, you know, I had this interview in December at Staples, and it was just going to be customer care is just all I ever wanted, was just, okay, people call up, you solve their problems, everybody's happy, you get paid for it. Awesome! That's all I've ever wanted. Honestly, amazing. So, yeah. That's my rant for today. I think I've covered everything. This is probably very long. I'm gonna go and put on real pants. Okay, have a great day, guys. Bye.